By many accounts, Coach, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Houston Texans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
One set. 19. 59. 65. 65.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
4 yards on the
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Miller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Watson escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 20. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
One.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10.
Alpha. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Yo.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
QB's traps. Let's go.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That's right.
Benardrick McKinney, a first-time Pro Bowler a season ago, in on the tackle there.
2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Three. Mike 55. Tighten up. Pull it together. Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Scene 6.
From the gun, Mariota. And Walker has it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
It's going to be a long day.
A first down carry for Henry. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check. 55. One. 55 is Mike, guys. 55. All day, baby. All day. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go. One. Right here. So we got to step it up. Hey, check right.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Mike. Hey, get the weight room. Mike 55.
First down, Mariota. It's caught by Davis. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Go, go, go. 3. Mark 55. Mark 55. I'm coming. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike.
Now Mariota. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is Miller. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 44. Watson flushed out right. He's going to let it, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
And defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, Definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Set, 19! Time to go, 99! Turn left, turn left! Hey! 44! Mike, clear set, 59. Come to his hand.
Now it's Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use him a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They begin with Henry. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
So we got man. 1. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. You run. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Check 41. I'm going to run you over.
Mariota to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, 41 Mike, 41 Mike. Coming to you, coming to you. 41 Mike, 41 Mike. Right there.
Here's Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
41's coming, 41's the Mike.
Now Mariota. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
One. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the run. Watch zoom, fellas. Let's go. Baby, that's an egg zone.
Again, it's Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
Their own 13-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be...
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
Set. Check. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Down go.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Check. 59. Watch the screen. Down and go.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Titans. And some room to run now. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead is now 10-3. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, and suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Texans.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. He gets this one to Johnson. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, it's Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it and avoids the contact by sliding. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Miller. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 17, Watson flushed out right. And it's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT. His 1st touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Let's go one more.
To throw again on second down. Mariota completes it to Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, it's Henry. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Mariota. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's good for the Titans. First down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Mariota now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. To throw Mariota. It's caught. Humphries. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. 55 is Mike, guys, 55. Watch the out, watch the out.
To throw is Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Watch the run.
To the air again, Mariota. That's caught. It's Coleman. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Hey, 41's Mike, 41's Mike. 41 Mike, 41 yards, 41 Mike. 3 buzz. Mike, 41, Mike, 41.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
41's coming, 41's a Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
They'll throw again. Mariota. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Brandon Coleman. as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point try now for Succop. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, fellas.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check.
Mariota. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46.
Smoke. Hey, 4-1 Mike. Yeah, that's what I do.
Mariota now. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Here we go.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They're running it.
Mariota. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Jim.
Throwing, Mariota. And that is is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Three.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 39-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Gotta do better. One.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
It's our time. It's our time.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. He gets it to Humphries. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards the pickup there.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation, but I do
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Houston Texans. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set. 19.
Check. Let's go, D.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10.
I'm here all day.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on third and inches. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10. Looking to throw on second down. Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Mike 55! Mike 55! I got him!
From the gun, Mariota. And Walker has it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
41
at the mic, 41 at the mic. Check 41. We own them.
Now Mariota. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Right here. Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey. One. We got 4 down. Switch. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. It's complete. Stills. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Where's that? 19!
Check me out.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson dancing to his left. Open man, the tight end fails. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Just like that.
31.
Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Johnson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. From the gun on third, Watson. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it second and 5. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 43-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They'll try the air now with Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
And Stills bringing it in. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play.
Check 43. Bang, 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 bang.
Throwing on second down. Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. Here's Watson, buying time to his left. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Wesley Woodyard, he does a little bit of everything, and this time he gets the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. On 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 22 yards on the catch and run. A 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hatch it.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
To try again after the sack. Mariota, it's caught. Humphreys. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 12. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Mike 55, Mike 55. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be.
Here's Mariota. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson rolling to his right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Watson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Flush to his right. Room here to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Watson going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They come out here in the eye.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Check 52.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. To throw is Mariota. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. It's a touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mariota, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mariota on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Whitney merciless. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Protein spill.
There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Target, 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 target.
Three.
After the sack on first down, Mariota. Now the ball comes loose, and the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
One.
There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Mariota now after the fumble recovery. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're going to go for it here on the fourth down try. Mariota's going to stay out there.
Tight right. 3 down.
One.
We go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. I'm out. We better bring it.
Mariota to throw for it on fourth. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9.
Let's get off the field. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike. Check 41. Okay, double up.
One.
Mike 41. You got to wedge that, huh? It's ours.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And it's a touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mariota. And that That's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was trying to go back to Corey Davis there. Third down here.
Texans fans, because it's third down.
The Titans on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
55's mine, guys. 55.
Now Mariota. He finds Humphreys. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. And we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Final play of the half here. Mariota. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike.
Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Charlie.
41, Mike, 41. Here we go, D, get off the field. 41.
They'll throw now on the final play. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, as time expires in the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Check 24. Check 24.
Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 45.
Now Darkwa. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here's Darkwa. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the gun, Mariota. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Sets up 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Mike 37. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Now Mariota on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Johnson on its poke 3. Football's home. It's picked up by the Titans. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Mariota, and Walker has it. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
I got one.
On first down, it's Henry. Breaks free again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Delta.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Mariota to throw it. Steps away to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mariota now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Well, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Three.
Check right. Watching you five. I got him.
Throwing, Mariota. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talked about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Again, it's Miller. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll run it again with Miller. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson being chased out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Third and long, it's Watson escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. You track. Mike, 55, Mike, 55.
First down, Mariota. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On third down, Mariota. He gets it to Humphries. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10. To the air again, Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Again, it's Mariota. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point: get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
On three. Motion.
And we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37. I got one.
Mariota again. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
One. And we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota. It's caught. Humphries. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Check curls.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Where's that? 19. 54 Mike. It's just me and you.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
You better be afraid of me.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Here we go, here we go. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill.
Three.
Exit. 41. You got to wedge that, huh? Watch the pass.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Whip. Watch the whip.
One.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Angelo Blackson able to get him for a loss of about 3.
One.
I got you, son. 41's coming. 41's the mic. You ain't got nothing.
One.
41's the mic. 41's the mic.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He finds Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Three.
Check right. Watch it, Watch the run.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
One.
Check 49. 64, weak.
One. Flag it up.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. Brandon Dunn. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
One.
Man, I got you. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Watch your slap.
3rd and long here for Mariota. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Pick me up. Here we go. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Rashad Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Mike, you set. 19. Go. 59. Under 10. Under 10. 10. And go.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. 20, 10, 5. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Mariota gives to Henry. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
That backs them up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Here's Henry, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be. Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
41's coming. 41's the mic. Bravo. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check.
4th down, Mariota. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And now Mariota and the Titan offense, they're going to line up to go for 2.